Alisia Dragoon on the Sega Genesis. Let's do a quickie just to kind of get my feet wet a little bit. Actually, I think I played this game on emulator back in the day, so I haven't played this officially until now. I remember this game having some pretty good music and having a pretty interesting little, what do you call it, like a homing gun that you use. I'm trying to describe it. I want to say Seraph on the PC had a similar idea where you just kind of hold the attack button down and it automatically homes in on the enemies that are nearest you. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Game Arts, didn't they do Lunar Silver Story? Like, I want to say they worked on the Lunar games in the Sega CD. Though Noriyuki Iwadare probably did not do the soundtrack for this game. I want to say Game Arts eventually wound up doing that Ragnarok Odyssey game that I played on the PS3. Got to press start. There we go. Alisia Dragoon. Yeah, we'll go normal for this time. Jump monsters. Yeah, the A button's like the select button on the NES, which I guess makes sense. That makes sense to me, anyway. You never get... Did El Viento... I'll check and see if El Viento wound up on here. I'm not sure if El Viento is on this unit. Be a shame, though. I kind of want to play some Wolf Team games. I don't remember this game having particularly good graphics, but I remember it kind of, having... Remember it being, remember the pace being pretty good. We'll see how it goes. You remember, this game came out in, 1991, which is... There weren't that many female protagonists in video games back then, really. At least not in North American games. So you got games like this and El Viento, which were a big deal. If you were following that kind of thing. Of course, those were made in Japan as well, so that brings up a whole bunch of other issues. So hold down the B button to automatically shoot this lightning gun right here. On the top of the screen, you can see my HP on the top left corner. Below that is my lightning. And that gets expended as I do this, as I hold down the button. The meter is blue, and the orange meter is basically an overcharge. When the orange meter is completely full, I can do this when I press the B button. So that gives you some idea about how the shooting works. Of course, you can also jump. I press the A button to switch between the different kinds of dragons I want to use. I think I only have one kind of dragon, though. There we go. So my regular dragon, my... What do you call this? The fireball. And I have my eagle, right? So let's see what the difference is between these. Got my regular dragon here. Actually, is that my regular dragon? No, that's my regular dragon. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So again, it's a nice little homing gun we got going on here. I always kind of thought that was interesting. And you can use it while you're moving too, so... This thing shoots, boomerangs. Yeah, this dragon shoots boomerangs. Homing boomerangs, see? Not that many, though. I guess it can be hurt, I just don't know what hurts it. Oh, careful. A little bit of damage there. Okay, so that... Look out. You kind of have to be pointed to the left or right to shoot your targets more quickly. Okay, switch to the other one. That's my other dragon. This is my regular dragon. He shoots one fireball right now. He'll level up eventually. I think you level up when you get a certain item. He's taking some hits. So let's switch to my fireball and see what he does. I think he's just like a boomerang throwing star in Ninja Gaiden. He just kind of follows you and does damage if anyone gets close. I do like how you can shoot while you're moving with this homing gun I got here. Yeah, careful. Not a lot of precision in terms... I mean, you can duck and shoot, but there's not a lot of precision here. You might have to learn eventually how to shoot your specific target. Of course, you might have to manipulate your lightning beam a little bit so you can target specific enemies. Like you might have to get closer to an enemy to make sure you're attacking them properly. Is that fireball guy actually shooting anything? This is like Turrican, isn't it? This part's kind of like Turrican. Use your lightning gun to shoot those little things. I think those are health icons as well. Okay, so that thing does do some damage. If I turn around, he attacks enemies that are behind me. But he takes some damage too, so that's not good. I have to figure out how to manipulate these things, because I'm not sure what these companions actually do. So this guy, what does this guy do? So he just shoots these little, what are those, bombs? So does he just drop bombs that clear the screen? Yeah, that's what he does. That's very specific. I don't know how I feel about that. And that's my boomerang lizard. So let's switch to him, see what's doing. I don't think that one boomerang's going to help me out very much. And at some points, the game has that little demo mode you see on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So the game's on automatic pilot in that instance. Who do I want? I think I might want my dragon instead. You can juggle your character. You can juggle your companion if you want to, you know, preserve their health a little bit, I guess. There we go. Okay, that was a power-up. So I gave him a little bit more health. Let's see what he does at level 2. I think I might give him a stronger attack. Yep, he shoots 2 fireballs instead of just 1. There we go. Ah, crap. Memory serves, this game got like a 4.5 out of 5 from GamePro. Like, what was it, like a 4.5 in graphics and a 4.5 in control, like a 4.5 in fun factor, I guess. Something like that. So almost perfect, but not perfect. Guess he shot him with that fireball, yeah. He shoots like 2 fireballs, that's pretty much it. I think that was a health pickup. I guess what I'm thinking about, I should definitely download those manuals the next time I'm online. Download all these Sega Genesis mini manuals, because like, you know how it is, like with the Super NES Mini or the SNES Mini, you had to go to like a website to download those manuals. I mean, I can just go to an FAQ, but I admit if these are the official manuals, I'm fine with that. Because the SNES, whoops, see, they turned off my dragon. The SNES Classic had they had scanned copies, like PDFs of the manuals for those games. So that was good. But like, some of these anthologies have terrible manuals. These anthologies, like think of the Sega Genesis anthology, didn't even have a real manual. They were just like little hints. I'm like, that's not a manual. It's like those crappy little how to play guides that were in like the Blockbuster video games. Like, if you go to the Blockbuster video game cases, on the back of them, they'll have, like, a how-to-play guide. I'm like, those things are terrible. A to do this, B to do this, select button does this. And maybe they'll tell you some of the basics, but you're rolling the dice. Lord help you if you're running an RPG, they wouldn't tell you how to do anything. I mean, imagine trying to rent a game like Fatal Labyrinth from Arrows. With those crappy insert manuals that came with those games. I mean, sometimes it would give you like some manuals would tell you like, oh, here's the Konami code for Contra. I mean, okay, so that's not in a manual, but everyone knew that code. But some video stores would actually tell you the Konami code if you didn't know what it was. So I'm sure that was helpful. That might be something for all the old schoolers to dig up. Like when you rented video games back in the day, kids, if you're wondering. Back in the day, there were these stores where you could rent video games. You didn't have to buy them. You would spend like your parents would spend $3 to $4 to $5. You got to keep the game for a couple of days, sometimes a week, and then you would just take the game back to the store. The game did not include the box. It almost never included the manual, so it was literally just the game and a little, like, one-page insert, like a cardboard insert, that told you how to play the game. By which I mean it told you what the A button did, the B button did. Gainax wasn't sure that was a platform. So that would be a question, is that did you ever rent games from stores that allowed you, that actually like gave you like cheat codes and such? Like, did they tell you where the warp whistle was in Mario Brothers 3? That might be a good question. Ow! I definitely have to ask that question. I need to make an entire video about how video game rentals used to be, because I rented like dozens of video games on multiple consoles from all kinds of places. Like, and you can still rent them. I mean, Redbox is out of business, but there are like used bookstores that rent video games still. You can buy them too, but it's like you spend like, what, $7 or $8, I think, and you can rent them for a week. Which might be fine for a game that's really expensive, even like a Red Dead Redemption 2 might be still too expensive to buy. You might be willing to spend like $7 or $8 to rent it. But if it's a new game, you're going to spend like $7 or $8 for a weekend. So it's like 3 days and it's due. Like an NBA 2K, and you might have to spend, $7 for a 3-day rental on that. Which I don't know if that's illegal, but I'm not complaining. I mean, it's a real game. It's not like they're pirating them. He's down. Just crouch. Seems to be the strategy here. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Be good? Yeah, we're good. I'm going to turning off my dragon. Stage 1 done. If there's a story, I'm obviously not paying attention to it, as you can tell. I remember this song. What does that do? More health? I need to turn my dragon back. I need to turn my dragon back on. That's messed up. But this one has full health. Switch to my other one then. I can level them both up. Suck it. Oh yeah, those things. Yeah. In case you're wondering, Jeff Gertsmann played this game along with Vice Project Doom, the NES game, on one of the Giant Bomb old game shows. He didn't get very far in it. I think he lost interest at about level 3 or something. But Vice Project Doom is a classic. It's one of my favorite NES games of all time. So, in fact, if you love Ninja Gaiden, you definitely have to play. Vice Project Doom. Can I see that in Strider? See, this game doesn't exactly blow you away with a lot of spectacle. Like, it's very much like an 8-bit game that moves faster. It's an 8-bit game that moves faster than your average NES game, It's pretty conservative. I mean, it's not Sonic or anything, but it's like, it uses the power of the Genesis for, like, this really sort of conventional side-scrolling action. But you can see, there's a couple of interesting ideas. Like, I really like this weapon. I think it's kind of interesting. At the time, you didn't see many games like this that had this kind of non-traditional weapon. I'm missing something. I'm not doing something right. I'm pretty sure Jeff Gertsmann had the same problem when he played it. Okay, I think I blew it up. Okay, I think he's down. Yeah, I blew him up finally. The game doesn't do a very good job of telling you you're making contact. So I got some health here. Was that health? Wasn't that like supposed to be a platform or something? Whoop! There you go. So now the game actually tells me where to go. So you know that meme where people say, oh, games didn't tell you what to do before? Well, that proves the lie. Sometimes games do contain up arrows. The Ninja Turtle arcade game would tell you hurry because it didn't want you to stick around. Whoops. Okay, yeah, don't get too close to those. I want to power... I think that the secret might be just figuring out where the power-ups are for these things. And then switching to the dragon you want to actually power up. But I mean, you can search for them. I mean, you saw that in level 1. I was able to find one of those things. I was able to find one of those power-ups by taking, like, a side path. But it's not like I don't think it's like these creatures aren't leveling up because I'm using them. They're leveling up because I'm picking up a power-up that levels them up. So you're not, like, farming them or anything. Is that a bombless pit? I can't tell. Ow. I need health. Oh, come on. The health was right there, wasn't it? Darn, I got 2 continues. We'll continue once and end the game. I was hoping to get through those first 2 levels without dying, but that's okay. If you're wondering about the pixel art, I mean, yeah, like I said, this is pretty old school. Like, you know, you can't even see her face. It's just like, you know, a featureless white blob underneath her hair. So there's not a lot to say about her design, really. But I do kind of like whatever those ties are in her hair. That's kind of interesting. That's have a nice touch. There you go. So I have to jump towards it to kind of bait it into setting. I have to bait the trap into going off. But that was the thing, like, I didn't have a Genesis back when it was out. Like, I got a Genesis after it was discontinued from, like, I think I got it from, like, a Funko Land or something. But I came really late to the Genesis console. I mean, I had a kiosk. I mentioned before in my Streets of Rage video, I had a kiosk at the AFES here in the DC area. There's an AFES. Which I didn't have to buy it there, obviously, but, you know, if you were in the military, or if, like, I was a military brat, so if your family was in the military and you went to the AFES, the price was no different than it would be at a Toys R Us, but if you went to the AFES, you might have gotten a better, you might have gotten, like, a layaway plan or something, as I recall. Or in my case, I was, taking, cutouts of newspaper advertisements with lower prices, like, they did price matching. So if you showed them, like, a newspaper ad from, like, Circuit City or something, like Circuit City or Toys R Us, where the game cost, or Evans, yeah, if you lived in the Maryland area, there was a store called Evans. That was kind of like, it was a jewelry store. How do I describe it? I guess it's kind of like Kohl's. You know, they would sell small appliances and jewelry. So I guess they're like Kohl's. Well, I don't think Kohl's sells jewelry. But Evans, if you remember Evans, it was kind of like jewelry. And it was kind of like Kohl's. And I specifically remember that... Jump over that. Ow! Okay, this is kind of annoying. I specifically remember that they would sell, like, NES games at ridiculously low prices. Like, they would sell, like... Castlevania 3 for, like, $20. Like 6 months after it launched. Which was a ridiculously low price back then. Look at that second level. Let's see what the level 2 Boomerang Lizard does. Yeah, don't get hit by those floating platforms. Can I jump on those? Not sure if I can. Yeah, don't fall on those platforms. Let's just see if I die, if I fall down here. No, I don't. Actually, might be a safer way down. Might be a safer way to get to where I'm going, right? Or not. I got a health extension. I have to deal with those stupid jumping frogs. That's one. That potion gives me one health bar. Let's charge up this thing. There we go. Ow! Stupid. Yeah, this thing, yeah. Yeah, the clouds start to really race by at this point. Dead. Let's try this guy. He's level 3. Yeah, look out. There he is. Stupid frogs. Forgot about that. Wow. We'll see how it continues. We'll see what happens when we lose our continues. Can we find more? I don't know. You start all the way back to the beginning. So yeah, it's one of those video games, isn't it? Yep, it's one of those video games. So it's not hard because, you know, the enemies are really challenging, or the level design is really, you know, amazing. It's just hard because you run out of energy, then you have no extra lives. You have 1 life. And if you die, you take one of your very limited continues, you go right back to the beginning of the level anyway. And that's not great. have to choose my dragon. Let's see. So we were at level 3 with this dragon when we got here. That's probably why. So I guess I'll choose the bomb thrower and see what he can do. But in the meantime, let me choose this fire. Let me choose this bomb or whatever. I gotta find I gotta give a name for these guys. If they have a name, I don't know what it is. I think he's taking damage. Oh, if you look at the level 1 meter underneath my fireball on the top right hand corner of the screen, you see that little meter going up. I don't know what that does. Oh, when he loses health as he takes damage. So he has to be recharged. Okay. But he might take some damage if his meter's not full. That might be interesting. Ow! Stupid. Again, this game doesn't do a very good job of showing that you're doing damage. There we go. We got him. Get one of these. Ow! So he's not dead yet. He was just on fire. We'll come back to you in a second. But there's another item over here. No, there isn't. There we go. We're going up. Okay, whatever that thing is between her legs, it's really long. She probably needs to wrap it up. She's trying to do that Chun-Li. She's not even trying to do the Chun-Li thing, I don't think. She's a Dragoon, not an Amazon, by the way, in case you're wondering. Isn't Dragoon like a completely made-up name? Like, Final Fantasy IV completely made up that class, right? Which reminds me, remember that Dragoon game on the PS1 that's like really weird? It has like a really bizarre soundtrack? Oh, I chose the wrong thing. Yeah, I chose the wrong dragon. Crap, I wanted to choose the other one. We'll play this game later and we'll see what the other dragons do at level 2. Yep, another shot to the face. Ooh, I got another continue. So we'll level up the other dragon. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think this is where I died last time. Ow. This is one of those games that I'm glad is like on this unit because it's probably not a game that people remember, but as you can see, it's not a conventional, you know, side-scrolling action game. So I was always kind of curious, you know, how it played, you know, on real hardware. This isn't to say it's good. It's just to say that, you know, it's not like a jump and shoot mascot platformer like so many games were back in the day. You could argue this is a mascot side scroller. It's a mascot platformer in a way. It's just that she's not particularly expressive. She's not comical. But you could see this game if it actually sold well, you know, spawning a sequel. You could definitely see that. There's an interesting ripple effect on the clouds in the back that's kind of interesting. But other than that, whatever. By the way, there's Castlevania Bloodlines is on here. You think should I play it on the PC? Or should I play it on this? I guess I'll play this version just to, like, establish it. Then I'll play the PC version for realsies. Not dead yet. Now he's dead. Took a bit of damage here, though. Did I get any health? There we are, there they are. So whatever's in the ground, whatever's in the water is attacking me, and I can't attack them back. Yeah, so there are things hidden off the top of the screen there. It's interesting. Where's my power-up? Ow! I can't shoot that thing. You already got him to level 2. This is a tough area here. Probably just need to run through it. Ow! There it is. Yeah, I don't want to expend my lightning gun by holding the button down. Okay, let's see what this bomb thrower does. This bomb layer at level 2. Does he just regenerate more quickly? Yeah, I can't drop any screen clearing bombs until he's completely recharged. There we go. Let's go down here. Ow. Frogs. Okay, I got something. I don't know what it is. Guess probably wasn't a good idea. Ow! Those floating platforms will get you. That was helpful. This guy is somewhat useful if you can abuse him a little bit. Okay. Do I want to wait till this guy comes back out of the water? Did I get him? I think I got him. It's not good. It might have been a waste of time, actually. Ah, crap. Wasn't paying attention. Ah, crap. I don't think I got any damage on him. Come on. Good? Not yet. Nope, look out. Okay, so I had to jump over him. That was the problem. Yeah. Ah, crap. Now they continue. Okay, I think we're done.